Today we're going to be going over the best bag carry setup. This right here has been my go-to bag carry setup for this summer. I have really been working on and perfecting the bag carry off body and trying to figure out where's the best setup, and I think I found it with this right here. So I want to go over the bag itself. This is a Vertec SOCP fanny pack, and then going over the gun and all the accessories that come along with it, why I chose them. This is a Springfield Hellcat Pro with a threaded barrel. I want to thank today's sponsor of this video, Handle It Grips. I've been a customer of this company for 3 to 4 years now. I've been using their stuff for quite a while, and I really like their stuff, and I want to thank them for supporting the channel, and I appreciate them for that. You can get multiple different textures. This is one of their newer ones. I'm going to show you guys some B-roll of some different textures, and they're able to go on multiple different firearms. So I have some of my P80s, my Glocks, this is a CZ P10C, had some for my ARs back in the day when I first started getting into them. One of my older ARs had some for the MOE grip along with the foregrip. Just makes it much easier to be able to get a textured grip like this without spending a ton of money to get it stippled. You can put them on very easily. This is a little bit more of a textured grip. They have less texture, they have more texture, just depending on what you want. If you want something for competition, concealed carry, or just general use like this. But again, thank you to Handle It Grips for sponsoring this video. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the actual video here and go over these setups and why I chose them. So the very first thing we should talk about is, do you bag carry and should you bag carry? For the longest time, I was more or less on the side of you should always keep your gun on you. It should always be on body. You should never have an off body gun. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not very quick. More and more that I carry, especially now that I'm a parent and I go out to the park with my children, or if I'm going to the movies or different places, I've really started to enjoy off body carrying. Now, is it better than on body? No, I do not think so. I think on body is always going to be the preference, but I do think there's really good off body options, and that's what I really want to go over with you guys. So why do you carry off body? One reason I like to do it is if I am at the playground with my children, I want to have a firearm on with me, but I still want to actually enjoy my time with my kids. Sometimes if you're going to be wearing shorts and you're trying to use those clip-ons like a Neo Mag, like the Alias setup where it clips on, those are super cool and they work really well, and I actually have a video hopefully coming soon on that, and I really like it, but it still limits you a little bit because you have a gun, you have the weight. I want to play with my children. I have a 4-month-old, I have a 2-year-old, and a 4-year-old. So they're very active. They want to play, they want to hang out, they want to do stuff, and I don't want having a firearm to limit me doing that. And what I found is being able to throw this in a fanny pack along with my phone or my wallet or anything else that I have in here, or even throwing a diaper in here if I need to for the younger ones. I'm able to be able to actually play with my kids and not risk the chance of not having my firearm if I needed it. So what are some other situations that you would want to off-body and bag carry? Some that I think, if I'm at a movie theater, you're not supposed to carry in a movie theater. Don't care. If I want to be comfortable sitting there watching a movie, I will carry in a bag. If I'm going somewhere where I want to sit comfortably and just relax and enjoy something, I'm at a relaxing event and I don't necessarily want the firearm on me for a long period of 2 to 3 hours of time, you can throw this in the bag and you have everything accessible to you, but you don't have to have it on body. So just a couple different situations, scenarios that I have been in that I've really found that I enjoy off body, especially when it comes to summertime when you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt, which I'm wearing right now, and I wear a lot of the time because with work I wear a duty belt all day and I don't want to wear jeans or a real tight belt and crunch it down because my hips already hurt. Last thing I want to do is wear that when I'm not working. So I would like to wear shorts, which is what I'm always wearing, and this gives me the ability to still carry. Again, I don't want this to be confused with the fact that I'm trying to say I carry off body way more than I do on body. I don't. I always carry on body when I can, but when it makes sense or if I'm able to, I will carry off body. So now that we went over those things, let's go over the bag itself, and then we'll go over the firearm that I chose. So this is the Vertec SOCP fanny pack, and this is something I received from Vertec. They did send this to me, so I really appreciate them for that. And when I first got this, I was like, that's silly, not going to use that, and I kind of tossed it to the back. And then I was looking for a bag setup one day, and I was like, man, I grabbed this and I looked at it and I was like, this is actually perfect. It is such a good size. I could fit my Glock 17 with a Surefire X300 in here with no problems, but I'll show you guys a bunch of B-roll here of the different guns that can fit in this. I can fit this setup with a suppressor on it with no problem. You're able to fit basically any gun you want to in this bag and it still be discreet and small enough to carry on you and not be wildly uncomfortable. So I'm gonna open up a couple of things on here for B-roll. I don't like to pull because it's like Velcro and zippers. I don't like to be too loud with this. But here on B-roll, I'll show you guys a bunch of it because I like to show you a crazy amount of B-roll on bags. I'll show you all the pouches and everything that comes along with it while I'm talking about this. So first things first, let's go over the front here. You have a drop pouch that you can drop down. It has a clear plastic cover there. What you do with that is you can throw your cell phone on there. You can still use your phone through that clear plastic, so you have access to use your phone. You can also pull away these tabs in the front and still use your camera, which is kind of cool. So if you want to film or take a picture of your kids, you don't have to necessarily take it out of the bag. I've used it a couple times. Me personally, I usually throw my work phone in there, and then I have my personal phone on me or in the bag because it is a little bit annoying to use, but it's nice to have it there. So if you do want to have it on you and still be able to use it and text, or if you're looking up something, you have it there on your bag and still be able to use it and it's out of the way, you can use it there. Then you have the first pouch here that you unzip, and this is a fairly large pouch, has a couple different spots and pouches that you can put smaller items, and you have a zipper, which is where I usually put like an extra mag, some pens. I usually put my wallet, my cell phone, and other things in this pouch because it is large enough to carry those things. Then you open up to the bigger pouch, and then you're gonna have a Velcroed a holster style. You can actually put your holster and clip it on here if you want it to be more safe, or if you're feeling wild, you can just throw the gun loosely in there as well. It's completely up to you. It's a personal preference, but you're able to fit your gun in there very nicely and your holster if you want to. Then you have another zipper here. You can also keep another spare mag or other little items in there if you want. You can also tear that away if you don't like that in there and you want it to be one open pouch for just a gun. Now, you also don't have to carry a gun if you don't want to. You can just put whatever you want in these bags. I know I'm talking really about guns because that's kind of what the video is about, but these bags are cool because they're non-discreet and they're not just built for guns. You can put whatever you want in this. My wife actually carries this bag a decent amount, and I've been wanting to get her one as well, so I'm gonna be ordering her one here soon. And then back here behind this, you have another open pouch. Now, this is not closed. It does not actually zip, so you can like slide items in there. You can put your wallet in there. You can put your phone in there or whatever else you can find, and it's just gonna kind of loosely sit in there. It's not gonna have any kind of protection if you're upside down or you're running around. It could bounce out, but it is nice to have an extra pouch on the back there if you'd like to use it. Then you have adjustment here on the back. And again, some people think off body is going to be to the point that you can't even get to it. Like, you have to have time, you can't go quickly. You can still get very quick at drawing from a bag. You just gotta draw the string, zip it out of the way and pull out. It's still fairly quick. Other than moving your garment out of the way, all you have to do is zip it out and open it. So it's really not gonna drop your speed a ton. It's just gonna be something you wanna practice with. But that is the overview of the bag, and I'm really a big fan of this. And it is only $85 on their website. You can also use code Tactical Advisor and save 15% off. They also have a lot of times where they're doing like 25% off. So I share those on my Instagram store if you guys are interested. Now let's go into the gun itself. So this is a gun that I have tested for a long time. Not this one specifically because I just recently got this one because this is new, but the Hellcat Pro from Springfield is a gun I have used for about 2 years. Actually, whenever the Hellcat original came out is when I started carrying the Hellcat, and then I've transitioned to the Pro because I think it's a better version because it's bigger, has more capacity, you have 15 rounds. So let's go over this really quickly. So again, Hellcat Pro with the threaded barrel. So this is the new threaded barrel version that just came out. This is the OSP, so you have an optics plate. You can put an optic on there if you want. I took it off and left it off for this one just because I kind of like the sleekness of it, especially for bag. It has less things to hang up on. I prefer optics over not running optics for iron sights, but with this setup and what I'm using it for, I thought this was better. So I have the CCX suppressor from JK Armament. I have a video here if you guys would like to see that. It's actually a really cool video because this is modular or mission configurable. You can make this longer or shorter depending on what you're using it for. I have this in the shortest configuration here. It's still very hearing safe, as you can tell from the video if you guys watch that, because I test it and I do all the testing and show you guys that are there in the video. But this is a really cool suppressor because I'm able to keep it this size, fit it in a bag, and you can see over it with stock iron sights. It's a small suppressor, so you don't have to have suppressor height sights to use it, so you don't have to really change anything with your gun. You can just throw it on and go. Flashlight, this is a Phoenix GL19R. I actually have a video on this one as well. Or should have a video coming soon. I need to remember my posting schedule if it's before or after. But I will have a video on this one if you guys are interested. It's just an overview video of the flashlight itself. The reason I chose this flashlight is because I was testing it and I actually really liked the way it worked. It has good features, it's ambidextrous, has good output, it's a good size, and it's easy to clip off, so you just take that button and it comes off. So it's very easy to put on and off if I don't want it, but I like having flashlights on my firearms, so I think this combination and setup is really good. Like I said, 15 round capacity on a gun this size. It's really good. So there is my overview of my off-body carrier, my bag carrier that I wanted to go over with you guys. Really like this setup, really content with it. Been carrying a lot this summer just because I think it works really well. I love having the suppressor here from JK Armament because if I ever have to use this, because most of the time that I'm using a bag like this is because I'm with my kids and I want to be able to play with them. And if I have to use this, I don't have to worry about blowing out their ears or anybody else's. It's just a little more hearing safe for everybody that's around. So if I ever have to actually use the firearm, I'm not gonna blow our ears out, which is cool. Or if you're in a building or a house, It's just a little safer for everybody involved. Let's go over the one thing I wanted to discuss with you, the ads. So I did a poll and I've talked to my Instagram viewers. I don't know, it's hard to kind of know everybody's cross-platform, because sometimes I tell my Instagram people something and then the YouTube people are like, what in the world? I have no clue what's going on. It's because I didn't share it on both ends, and my Facebook people are different. So I always need to make sure I'm sharing the information all together, but it's really hard to because all the platforms don't mesh super well together. So YouTube demonetizes a lot of my stuff. Making these videos and the amount that I'm making them now, I used to only do 1 video a week. Now I'm doing anywhere from 3 to 6 videos a week. So it's a lot more videos on top of Instagram content, stories, testing firearms, Facebook content. I'm not just on YouTube. I do a lot of cross-platform stuff. So in that sense, I put a lot of work and money into this. So I've been reached out by some companies to do some ads. It's something I was against because I don't like taking away from content. I like try to get my information as quick as possible. My videos are already pretty long, but I always do my 30-second breakdowns and things like that to make my videos as quick as possible. But you guys are going to be starting to see some ads, and after doing the poll and discussing some things from people on Instagram, my viewers there, they all agreed that it was okay for me to do ads. So I appreciate that input and that discussion. If you guys have any input, I'd love to hear that and put it in the comments below. I decided that I am going to start pursuing that. Now, with that being said, this is not gonna be me sharing ads of just junk stuff that I don't personally use. So for example, if JK Armament was like, hey man, we want you to run an ad, I personally use this and I trust this product already, so absolutely I'll run an ad and get a little bit of kickback for that and support for the channel, but also be able to share an ad for that company and maybe help them out, but also sharing a good product to you guys. So I will not be doing products that I don't trust. Don't think that I'm gonna have a bunch of Amazon cheap optics on here that I would never personally use. Again, I don't want you to think I'm trying to sell out or anything, but this stuff does cost a lot of money. Now that I'm doing my new editing and how I'm doing things. So I put a lot of work into this, and I hope you guys appreciate that. But I also hope you understand that at some point I do need to kind of make some kind of money, because for so long I haven't been doing that. I've always pushed away that stuff. So hope you guys understand. If you have a certain feeling about it or you want to discuss it, Glenn, I'd love to talk to you in the comment section. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for the support. If you guys are looking to help out the channel and things I do here, there's some discount codes in the description for companies that I personally trust and use that you can use to help save some money. And there is a link to my link tree. From there, you can use companies like Palmetto State Armor, Brownells, Premier Body Armor, Air Precision. There's a bunch of companies down there in that link tree. Anything you purchase using those links does help out the channel and supports me. If you guys don't do those things, just help out by watching the videos, subscribing, liking, commenting, being interactive. Those things help out a ton as well. And I love talking with you guys. A couple companies support me in the things I do here: Howitzer, Brownells, and Hold Up Display. Howitzer's a clothing brand that donates 5% of proceeds to charity. Love this company. They donate a ton of money, and they collaborate with these t-shirts that you can see me modeling here with my brother. Brownells is a company that you can use code TA10, save 10% on orders $150 or more. And I recommend taking advantage of that because it works on almost everything on their website, and you can save a lot of money doing that. And then Hold Up Display, fantastic walls for organization, having your own vault room or just your closet, or throw them in there. Absolutely love them. Take a look at those as well. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you all.